Hello, this is Matthew Williams. Is that recording? Oh yes, it's recording. Hello, this is Matthew Williams doing a Google Earth tour of the Serpent formation. Now, I've aligned this serpent up as best I can, roughly the right scale, but I've concentrated on the angle that it's actually pointing. That was quite important to me because that lines up. It sort of seems to sort of glance the right hand side of the triangle above, which is actually the house, the country house in the distance. So this triangle you can see here is, this triangle is actually my position on the hill. This triangle is the house, the country house, and it's the angle of the light that would be shining out in the distance. So the security light or whatever light was kind of on in the distance in front of that country house. Okay, and here we've got the 3 trees. Okay, now to prove that to you, I'm going to take you down there and have a look. So let's zoom on in to this area, this and go overhead. So we'll go overhead, yeah, and then we'll show you that these are the trees. So there's tree 1, there's tree 2, the big trees, which the light bloom comes in across the top of. Okay, and there's tree 3. So if we go a little bit further up, we've actually got the mansion house, and I'm imagining that the light would sort of come down somewhat in that direction. It's probably slightly more in front of the house than that, but just for example purposes. So there we are. Okay, now if we spin the image around and have a look back up at where we are looking, okay, just to give you an idea, so that would be, the light would be coming off the top of the trees up towards the top, and you can see my position on the hill, and that's the road that you would go up to go onto the top. Okay, so let's get back out, and I was actually parked in my car there. That's the position I was actually parked in. So I had to get out of my car, I had to walk down this road, which I would do, and then you would jump over the fence. Okay, so whoops, that's not good. What's happened? This is Google Earth. It's fucking annoyingly fucking uncontrollable sometimes. So we've gone now miles away. I have no idea where we are. We've gone miles and miles away. No, we're not that far away, but we're still, oh, there we are. Right, okay. So yeah, basically I would have walked down the road, and from the road I would have gone into this position here. So let me just spin it around, and then you can see everything lines up quite nicely. Whoops. So you can see that basically my position there, shooting in that distance, that basically the trees, this one had the bloom over the top, the light is coming from the house there, and that's my position. And the footage would seem to illustrate exactly the same thing. So feel free to use this little tour to kind of move around and see if things are in the correct position. It's only rough, but it's to give you an idea that the concept of this being lighting, right, film lighting, is crazy. And the reason I'll give you that is because if we were going to do that, if we were going to use film lights, which of course we didn't, and the film lights were up there at the distance of the trees, which is obviously beyond the distance of the trees, there's no way they'd film light up as far as this, because let's have a look. Look at the distance involved. Basically where these lights are supposedly situated would be either here or here. As I'm saying they're there. That's a security light. And somebody is imagining that we had film lights up in that position. So, basically above the tree in some respect. But the trouble is, why would you put the film lights all the way up there when you could have just put them off to the right of the serpent, somewhere in this position near the trees there? Or why not put the lights on the hill? Because it acts as a natural way for you to kind of, why not put the lights up there where my position of my camera is? Why have the lights in the distance? What's the purpose of that? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. But you can have the lights here off to the sides, but why have them in the distance where it's going to glare into the camera's lens. That is a stupid thing to do. Nobody's going to film with a camera lens with a light pointing straight in it. It doesn't make sense. It would just fuck up the image. So, I mean, the lights have to go in at the left and the right hand side, and clearly what we've got is the security light is in the distance, and it's a very dim light, you know, in terms of intensity, but to the night vision it obviously shines up quite a lot. So hope that helps explain things for you.